Transformers Legacy United brings us Filch, the Star Raider, from the Robots in Disguise line. Yes, we finally get a toy of Filch, though I don't think this is exactly accurate to the original model on the screen. I don't think that it changed from a bird to a robot, but a bird to something else. They usually didn't have normal robot modes, but it's still a cool figure and apparently sold out really fast on Hasbro Pulse. So I have it in box. I had to pay a little extra and get it elsewhere, but I'm gonna break this she-devil bird devil, out of her package and go through and see if it's something you want for your collection. Be right back. All right, so yes, it's a nice package as usual. I have some kind of label on the back of mine that's not on most, but covering up something or other. It actually has a lot of Chinese script, so yes, I got one from AliExpress and one from another source, and they're pretty much the same exact thing. But yes, I did watch all of Robots in Disguise. It was an interesting series, and a lot of the Decepticons were very interesting. And as I recall, Filch here liked things that were shiny. I mean, definitely had some issues, but there she is, attached to her package. Now, she is a retooling and recolor of Airrazor, but it's pretty extensive retooling from what I understand. And her wing is stuck up there. And she's got Autobot paper, even though was a Decepticon, is now a Star Raider. I suppose it makes sense, Star Raiders being kind of like pirates, I'm guessing. And pirates go for the gold and other shiny things, and she likes shiny things. So let's snip her out of this packaging and put her on the turntable of doom and zoom a little bit so you can see her close up. I do like the coloration, it's pretty cool. Now we do have instructions here. I am not seeing the shitty piece of paper, so maybe because it was a Chinese one, they decided not to put the shitty piece of paper in because they don't need it, or, you know, they want their kids to choke. I don't know. Give it to your infant. I wouldn't do that. And I am not advocating for the death of infants. That would be mean and cruel. Let us open up the accessories here. And the Autobot paper, again, very odd. When are we getting Decepticon paper, Hasbro? All right, in here are more wings. And we have the instructions, which will, I'm sure, show me where to put the wings. Apparently you can put the wings on her arms and she can use them as weapons or shields or both. I'm not sure. Looking at the coloration on the package, it actually looks a little bit lighter in color. So that might have been a test model. The wings look more gray than purple. But yeah, she can use her wings and cause some damage, I guess. And they can fall out of the holes. So when they have posts that are that close to a hinge, it makes it difficult to put them in sometimes. You have to be very exacting. There she is. The deco is kind of nice. I do like the color scheme. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Universe Transmetal Airrazor. Not entirely, but you know, the darker color scheme. And yes, that wing came out too. But there she is. The face does look different, so they definitely remolded the face, and I think they did some remolding and retooling on the wings. But pretty cool overall bot. If I knew exactly where my Airrazor was, I would drag her out for a comparison. Maybe next time they do a remold retool. Now, she does have wings on her back, but other than that, not a lot of kibble. Her feet are very clawed. And yeah, she does like shiny things, so you can basically have her fall over. Or she could be distracted by such shiny things if you were in conflict with Filch. Very strong bird, can rip things open, and has decided, piracy is a life for me. I'm going to be king of the pirates. No, this is not One Piece. Now, if you prefer, you can switch the wings into her hands instead of on the arms, and they could be really funky weapons. Almost like using, there's the martial art where they use the fans that are really sharp and they slice you up. Not familiar with exactly what that martial art is, but I've seen it. Not a master of it, you know. The fans I have are hopefully you. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle. If you're a longtime watcher, thanks for coming back, and I hope I can consider you a fan, but not one that I'm gonna slice anyone open with. But there we go. So different ways of holding the weapons. And yeah, you can hold them that way. You can hold them this way. You know, you can turn them around. You can stab yourself on the head, you know, but there she is. All right, I'm gonna take the weapons off and we're gonna go through some posability. So first of all, and someone complained that I say this too much, and I think it's a kind of a trademark. This is more than a split. It is a Jean-Claude Van Damme because it is toes up. Split would be toes forward, which she can also do. But yes, full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now she does have ball joints on the end of the feet, which provide a little bit of an ankle tilt, but it does not appear that there is, like, beyond that, a different ankle tilt. She can kick forward, and her knees are kind of double jointed, so she can kick pretty high. Kicking back, she runs into her tail fin. If you lift it up, she can kick higher. She can, of course, do a nice side kick. There, you got to get the wings out of the way. That's a pretty damn high side kick. Bends at the knee, has a nice pointy thing on the end of the knee to cause maximum damage. And there is a swivel at the knee, so the legs can swivel all the way around. Now the arms, oh wait, twists at the waist all the way around. Don't want to forget that part. All right, the arms can go just about all the way around, but you have to tilt them out a little bit to get past the wings. So, but still fully able to go around. She does bend at the elbow. She does have a full swivel there. The fists do not turn. They're on a hinge, but the bending is there. And you can kind of bend her wrist up. I believe that's probably part of the transformation. And you can put her arms out to the side. So I believe I can fly. Yeah, that's why you have wings, dipshit. And the head can turn all the way around. And she can spit up green goo. No, she can't, but that would be an interesting. Can you see the next Transformer collaboration? Exorcist and Transformers. Changes from bot to demon. The shoulders are interesting because they do move a little bit back and forth, so you can move them out if you want or in. Kind of a nice little thing. No ab crunch or anything like that, but overall a very solid and posable figure. And you know, she can move her, she's got another joint kind of in her leg that allows you to do a stealth kick somebody in the shin. I don't think you can walk like that, but that's again probably part of the transformation. All right, the bird mode. Bird mode! Kind of like Birdman, but bird mode. So there she is in her bird mode, though I have to say, doesn't stand very well. We'll move the head forward and do it like that. But there she is, similar to her form in Robots in Disguise. And she's got this weird button on her back that doesn't do anything. Now, posability in this mode, obviously the wings can go in various ways. You can bring them forward. You can bend them at different angles. The beak does open and close. Not a lot. It's like a couple millimeters of movement. The head can be forward, or you can tilt it so it's down. Well, it can be up and forward in flight, and then when she lands, it can be pushed forward like that. So one thing I'm not 100% happy about when it's in this pose is you can kind of see ugly stuff here, the back of her head, stuff like that. Obviously she's meant to fly, so that's pretty good. And the tail fin, it kind of reminds me of Silverball. It's kind of small. You would think it would be a little bit bigger. I'm trying to remember because I may not have taken my Airrazor out of the package. So that could be why I'm not familiar with all this. I think I can pop this back in, maybe? But yeah, it's clever as a transformation, and I just adjusted her a little bit, so maybe, there we go. She's standing with her head forward in flight mode. Just aligning the legs is a little tricky. A lot of posability in those legs too. But yeah, so you have some options in the way that she stands, but again, the tail feathers I think are a little short. But it's still a good representation, and the only representation of Filch that we've gotten. There was no Robots in Disguise toy, just this one. Her wings span about 7 3/4 inches, and from nose to tail, somewhere around 3.5, maybe a little less. Now, obviously, if you want for weapon storage in her robot mode, you can attach the weapons, instead of to the arms, you can attach them to the wings themselves. And that's what that would look like in robot mode, which is not a bad look. She stands slightly over 5 inches, and it's a pretty neat figure. An interesting interpretation of Filch. I suppose being a space pirate, it makes more sense for her to have a robot mode instead of just a vehicle in a bird mode. Though, you know, she could just be a bird and land on someone's shoulder and be like, I want a cracker! Now, I've also noticed that there are peg holes in her legs, so possibly, if you wanted a different type of weapon storage, you could attach the wings to her legs. I don't know what advantage that has. I am not seeing anything in the instructions regarding using those holes for that. Could also be for some kind of armor character to plug in to her as well, but maybe Road Rocket, or Road Pig rather, or part of Road Pig. And then you can see pigs fly. Okay, never mind. But yeah, there's Filch. Very cool figure. I will put some links to where you can purchase this Star Raider. Again, sold out very quickly on Hasbro Pulse, but you can get her on AliExpress and possibly at Walmart. So I'll put some links. But yeah, not a bad overall figure. And yeah, we'll join the other Star Raiders in their raiding. But I'll have fun with it. And if you are watching and having fun, that's great. If you like this content, feel free to subscribe. And while you're mulling over whether you want to hunt down a Filch who likes shiny things, she likes shiny things, and check out this video over here, which is another Robots in Disguise character. It is Strongarm, and it's a versus review, so it's pretty cool. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.